right, another component of our second line of defense is fever. Fever is also called pyrexia. So this is when the body temperature is kind of a symptom of infection. You get an infection a lot of times when there's a fever. Um, so body temperature is typically around 98.6, or if we deal in centigrade, it's 37 degrees. And our body temperature is regulated by our hypothalamus. So anytime that we go above that, we can consider it to be a fever. So when we look at low-grade fevers, typically we're looking at 100 to 101 degrees. High-grade fever is definitely anything over or is a high-grade fever. So anything that induces a fever is called a pyrogen. So we call fever pyrexia. So pyrogens are agents that cause fevers, and many bacterial toxins act as pyrogens. So in the past, we talked about lipopolysaccharides, or LPS, which was a type of endotoxin that's secreted by gram-negative bacteria. So that is a pyrogen. And so a lot of times pyrogens trigger a release of cytokines, which then signal the hypothalamus to raise the body temperature. So they kind of, you're resetting the, as we like to say, the thermostat. You're resetting the body's thermostat to a much higher temperature. Now, to get to that higher temperature, your body has to do a couple of different things. So a lot of times you will start to shiver. All right, so shivering is basically muscle contraction. So it's causing your muscles to contract kind of rapidly, generating a lot of heat by doing that. So that's kind of one way your body can generate heat, is by shivering. There's also vasoconstriction, so your blood vessels are going to constrict, so you don't have as much blood flowing to your extremities where your blood can be cooled off. So in an effort to kind of keep your blood warmer. So this is all measures that your body is taking in order to get to that higher temperature. Pyrogens have tricked your body into thinking that you need. So even though your body's trying to achieve a higher temperature, you feel very chilled at the same time. So the chill is coming from the fact that your skin remains cold and that you're shivering. And so you get this kind of chill, but the idea is that you're trying to elevate your body temperature by going through the shivering motions and the vasoconstriction. Now, once your body temperature reaches that new setting, then the chill tends to disappear. And the body will kind of continue to maintain that elevated temperature until the cytokines are eliminated. After, let's say, the infection subsides and the cytokines subside, then your body goes into heat loss mode, where it's trying to cool your body back down to its normal temperature. So instead of vasoconstriction, we have vasodilation. Blood vessels are going to become larger, so you have greater blood flow. That's going to help to cool your blood down. Sweating's going to occur. So a lot of times we say, the fever, it broke once you start sweating. And so your skin then starts to warm up from the vasodilation, and you begin to sweat. Now, some fevers actually are considered to be kind of protective. There's studies that suggest that fevers can be helpful, so that it can enhance antiviral effects of certain chemicals. It can increase phagocyte efficiency, and it helps in leukocyte production. So certain microbes can also be inhibited by the higher temperature that your body gets reset to, So it'll interfere with their replication. Also, certain molecules that these pathogens need. Let me try that again. There's iron is required by certain pathogens for the molecules that they need to make. And so what will happen is the fever will cause that iron to be bound up to other molecules so that it's not available for the bacteria. So bacteria can't gain access, cause these other molecules to bind to the iron, so it's no longer available. So, and of course, it increases your metabolism. So if your metabolism is quicker, then that's going to help to your immune response to be quicker. So more white blood cells might be able to migrate to the area of infection and help combat. So it's just going to help to help your immune response to respond much more quickly as well. So some healthcare providers would say that if you've got a low-grade fever, you may not want to take anything for it because it could actually help your body in eliminating whatever the source is. Now, if it's not a low-grade fever, there can be some more serious side effects to that. So individuals with higher fevers might experience tachycardia, which is a rapid heart rate, or tachypnea, which is an elevated respiratory rate. And in children, especially in young kids, they have a low threshold for seizures. So these are just fever-induced seizures, not any other, not associated with any other type of disorder. These are just strictly from the fever itself. So in younger kids, sometimes they might have a seizure if their fever is high enough. So if the fever is above 105 and it does not decrease with treatment at all, this is considered to be a life-threatening medical emergency. So if it's extremely high fevers, it's a fever for extremely long time, it's not responding to medication, and especially if you already have other issues, I should say. It's not the word I was looking for, but as it says there, if they've had vascular disease, head trauma, and other ailments, that a high fever could definitely be very bad for them as well.